All right, guys, we're out here in northern Colorado at the High Prairie Flushing Spaniel farm. This is where I brought Marvel, my Springer Spaniel, to get trained up. I'm here with Tim, and we're out here. I'm just gonna follow him and shadow him as he's training her up. You know, I started her on some retrieving and stuff like that, but he's gonna help her along. It's a little bit different. I trained labs before, but this is a little bit different, so I wanted to get some professional help and a little guidance. So Tim's gonna help me out with that. He's out there right now setting some birds up, and so we're gonna walk through.
What I've done is I've walked up the flag line, which is just basically giving me a reference point on where they are.
Okay.
And then I hook out and I put the bird, I throw the bird back this way so they smell the bird before they smell where I walked in. And then what we'll do is we'll run as much as we can with these young dogs. We like going into a headwind. So what we're looking for is them to go out flat, use their nose, smell the bird, turn into the wind.
Okay.
So, as we progress, I've only gone about a little over 3 flags here for her. As we progress, we go all the way down there to the long. Get more repetitions on the turn and whatnot.
Okay.
As we develop, we can widen the birds, and through association they say, okay, this is my range, this is where the bird should be. So we use the distance left to right to create their hunting range left to right. And then as they mature, we want to get more running in between the birds. Right now we kind of almost want them to go out, smell the bird almost every cast.
Okay.
So we're just trying to develop using her nose. She seems to have a really good nose.
Nice.
Her thing is she get pretty amped up. I think you had said that.
Yeah, a little nutty.
Yeah, she's a little higher octane Springer than some. You know, some of them are you know, what they would say a little higher strung.
Yeah. So are the flags just kind of a marker for yourself to see how far?
If I start going and I plant birds and I don't have any reference, and I set up left or right, and I miss half the birds, I'm kind of defeating the purpose, because I want everything here positive. I don't put a lot of pressure on them right yet.
Okay.
Because she's just starting. Even to the point I'm not super anal. I want them to heel some. She's a lot better healing in the perimeter and in the yard than she's just kind of cranked up here. So okay. Learning a little bit. But yeah, the flags gives me a bearing line. So in the field trial, I'd be over here running on one side of the flag line. The other guy would be on the other side of the flag line. So I don't put tons of pressure on the heel here because I want this all to be exciting for her.
Okay.
And then I can really crack down on her. But I want her to be thinking that going to the field is fun. I got plenty of time to, you know, be a hard ass. And overall, she's a lot better than most of them, even out here in the field. Most of them are everywhere. Okay, baby. Sit. Doing a field trial, like I was saying, I'd be set up just like this. I'd have a judge behind me. I'd have a wing gunner over here. Maybe a wing gunner on the center line. have done some of this or not, but hey, Marble. There, Marble. She's gonna smell 3 before she should be a bird over here.
Okay.
She just cut this side short a little bit.
Okay.
But that shows you how good her nose is. Good. Good girl. Yeah, you gotta go left when I tell you gotta go left. Hey, baby. There you go. Hey, 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 hey. Right, girl. Come on. Go. Miss that one? I can see it. Come on, baby. There you go. That came up on it. Being frozen, it may just not smell quite like the others. Hey. Oh, that's that. Hey. No circling around. Come here, baby. Come. 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 Good. Hey. Chill out. I know, that's your dad. Come here. Sit.
So this is like the first week of quartering, pretty much. Okay.
So birdie that she's going to need a check for just to harness her a little.
Yeah.
There we go. Come on. See how she turned back in there?
Yep.
I didn't like that. I wanted her to turn the other way. I wanted her to turn into the wind. There she's probably smelling a rabbit or a gopher or go for some mouthfuls here. Good. To turn. Then she's just got a little head of it. See how she's working the scent cone trying to sort it out? There you go. Then she zeroed in on it. Still working it. Good girl. Good. 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 Yeah, girl. Well done. That was better. You smoothed out after your little joyride. Hey, hey. Yeah, girl. No, we can go a little more. Yeah, girl, Marvel. Yeah, girl. Try to use a combination of whistle and hand. A lot of times people are going to have a gun in one hand. I kind of, over time, I kind of get away from having to use much hand directional stuff. There you go. Come on. Rubber rabbit. Good girl. Anna, girl. Good girl. Anna, girl. Raise it out. Even I was doing too much of going out of hand stuff. When I was in my email, I said that it's a little choppy. Hey. Good girl here. Nice. Good girl. That's all you get, baby. So early on when you start throwing, she's so used to me throwing stuff out of hand.
Yeah.
That she's looking back and bouncing around. That's what choppy is.
Okay.
But today she actually flew other than find her own. She wants to keep going. Marvel, come. Good girl, come. Come, come, come. Good girl. Come, Merle, come. Oh, good girl. Good girl. Now the whole goal of this deal is establishing toot-toot, which is going to be the turn command, which controls their range left or right.
Yeah.
And using the recall for bringing them in.
Okay.
So you kind of want them to get into a figure 8 where they turn into the wind and then float back into a type of pattern. But she's showing really good nose. You just got a lot of spunk, don't you, baby? I know, you're a good girl. You're a good girl. But, yeah.
So you're saying she'll probably end up on a check cord just to keep her a little closer, not from running away too much?
I use a check cord to help me when they kind of start really feeling their oats and they start running too big.
Okay.
It's a tool. It's not one of those you ever want to become real dependent on.
Alrighty.
You want to get them on the check cord, off of the check cord. If she continued to blow me off, I'm getting out there, just screw you, I see this bird, I'm just going to run on my own time. You know. Then we put the check cord on.
Okay.
If you don't need the check cord, we won't use the check cord.
Okay.
She seems right now, like there, yeah, she had something going. I know there's a lot of jackrabbits and stuff. You know, you gotta let her hunt a little bit.
Right.
But if she were to just constantly be doing that kind of thing, then she'd be on a check cord to get her attention.
Okay.
If she started running way too wide, left or right, then I would use it to snap her to turn. I'd go toot-toot right before she hits the end of it.
Yeah.
Just like if you were using a knee collar to give them a nick. But she seems like, even though she's kind of pumped up, she's got a eager to please side to her. Some dogs you never have to, I mean the ideal dog is you never have to put a check cord on.
Right.
And the next progression would be more freshly shot birds.
Okay.
And real weak clip wings, which would be like birds that have shot for other dogs that have busted wings and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we go on to progressively stronger and stronger clip wing. And then once I can do that, then I can throw that clip wing out and she'll be chasing it. And I'll shoot the blank gun. So that's kind of where she's going from here. She still needs just a little bit more experience doing this deal.
Okay.
Yeah, certain times where she gets in the groove and she's really nice and close. At this stage, you can always allow them to open up when they're 2.5 years old. But if you let her run too big, too young, you'll never get them harnessed.
Okay.
Maybe.
And so you're doing this like once or twice a day?
Once a day.
Once a day. Trying to escape, huh?
They're spunky. I want it to kind of hit like that. And it's going to create a nest, kind of a point of origin if it does move a little. When I get into like these field trial dogs, I'm really super about watching how they turn, how they on the wind, a lot more. Up. Number 10, Gracie. Hey, Gracie Bean. What do you think, Grace? Yeah, I know. You could have some big monster finds in this one. Yeah.
So how old is Gracie?
How old are you, Gracie? She'll be 3 the 4th of July.
Oh, cool.
was going, I wanted to take a little more ground on that right.
Okay.
Second barrel, take a wing. But there you saw what a steady dog will do.
Yeah.
If I had shot that and give her the command either to retrieve it. You have. We're working on up. We're working on her, which means I give her. I was running a brace and a shot went off on the other side. I expect the dog to just park its ass.
Mm-hmm.
And she was a little close because being a missed bird, she shut down a little.
Yeah.
If you notice, she was a little flatter, and that's just part of her makeup. You know, sometimes she thinks about stuff a little too much. But there she started coming to me. Now she's going to be really sticky. Get on. There you go. Too close, Ray. Gotta get out. Go. Pressure of missing the bird, but also the honor shot.
Yeah.
Got it. Throw a foot in. Average hunter guy, you know, he needs more than marathon runner. And you see a lot of trial dogs, especially a lot of the real higher strung e-collar stuff. You know, they go like cow for 300 yards, but then after that they just hit the wall and really clobber along. She started losing a little bit. Almost indicated like that bird might have squirted back a little bit. But
It's kind of interesting how, like, even though we were walking crosswind, she kind of still cut the wind to her favor as compared when we were walking.
All the genetics, you always want them to be, if you're going downwind, you want them to take more ground because they got to find the bird between you and out there, and they have to drive it back at you. So the range is going to be a lot bigger going downwind, and then in a crosswind we want them to kind of do triangles.
Yeah,
you know.
makes sense.
Ideally, if you got in a crosswind going this way, this is the leg where they'll be able to smell the scent cone coming off of the bird.
Yeah.
So if they can go down and hit the flag line, then they can come back above the center line with you and come into you, and then them go out, when they're coming back in, they're going to cover everything up from you to the right. And when they're going on the flag line, they're going to cover from the flag line to you. And it puts them in the best position to, ideally, you'd want to see a dog, you stop and the dog goes out and literally quarters all the way across the ground.
Okay.
Then you move up 30 yards and stop and allow the dog to cover the ground. This day and age in American field trialing, you never see that.
Well,
One, the cover is usually much lighter than real hunting cover. But Gracie kind of gave you an idea what a steady dog does. That's what you want, a lot more training involved in that, because that's a lot of stuff you can do in the yard.
okay.
You know, it kind of goes hand in hand with the ability to, like a retriever, to sit them down at a distance and give them a directional over or back command.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to have them sit down at a distance. The only thing with the Spaniel is that you're having them sit down at a distance upon flushing the bird. And I was going to get cocky. If I had shot that bird, I would have told her to leave it and called her in, hoping to get the next bird, and shot that, and tell her to leave the second one shot and go back to the first one first.
Mm-hmm.
She's at that age that you can start messing with their mind.
Okay.
Right now, when they're shot, people send on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Bird goes up, dog steady, boom, send the dog, send the dog, send the dog. Well, you do that, and the dog starts counting in its head, okay, that's my bird, and they start breaking. And smart dogs, they're going to go through that and go 1, 2, 3, go. So dogs are creatures of habit. How do you train a dog? Consistency and repetition. How do you mess up a dog? Consistency and repetition. So by taking stuff away, the dogs that give you the training to maintain steadiness, or the birds that give you the ability to maintain steadiness training, aren't the ones you send on, they're the ones you take away. So that's Gracie. A lot of dogs, they go like hell, find their first bird, boom, make their retrieve, go on up the course, get their second contact, and then you literally watch them in their mind, they go, oh, I'm done.
Wow.
And they just kind of, I don't want that. I want that dog to keep going. You know, you got to train for the bad conditions, not for the ideal conditions.
Right.
You can have birds run off, you can have the brace mate come over, steal your retrieve. The judge says, ah, let's go on to 3 birds or 4 birds or whatever. So when I got into it from the hunting side,
Mm-hmm.
so I want them to kind of keep putting out. I don't hunt my trial dogs quite as long as I would just a pure gun dog, but I expect I can hunt my trial dog for 8 hours pretty easy and expect to keep after it. You may be wondering too, you see black and whites, doesn't make any difference to me, just the way they came out. Come on, baby. Good girl. There you go. Good girl. Yeah, girl, right. Woohoo! No, see how she turned around thinking I was going to throw it?
Yeah.
That's that choppy. But here you can see a lot of similarities how this one moved compared to very similar in style to Marvel.
Yeah.
Come on, you're turning backwards. Come on, first little spur away. There you go. That's what we want right there. Good nose.
You find it's easier to work with a softer dog or a more headstrong dog? Or I guess you just got to change your style up, right? Depending on the dog.
I've been doing it for so long that I can deal with them all.
Right.
I mean, I've had some real MFs in my day. And I got really tough on a dog years ago. And my dad, he always came out and shot for me and helped me out. And I had gotten into this dog that pissed me off. My dad never really said much about training, but that day he said, if you have to get that tough on the dog is not understanding what you're asking the dog to do. And that made a lot more sense. Rather than forcing the issue, you have to be creative. Each dog is an individual, and some of your techniques that you use for one may not jive with the other one.
Okay.
Thus, a harder dog, you might have to be a little sterner. And if you have to get to the point where you're losing your cool, either you haven't done a foundation to the next step properly, or the dog's not understanding it, and you better go think about what you're doing. How can you get a positive result with the task that you're asking them to do? To me, you gotta base what you're doing in your training program on each dog as an individual.
Right.
In like Marvel's case, between the work you had done before Marvel came in and just maybe her confidence level, she's going at a little faster pace, faster rate than maybe a little shyer, more submissive kind of dog. Okay, it doesn't mean that 2 years from now that the Marvel's going to be any better than the shyer, more submissive dog. It just they develop differently, they have different personalities, and you could end up with some little kink in your training that you struggle with Marvel, even though she goes like hell on a real steep learning curve, and she hits a little bubble.
Right.
And then you gotta back up and do this. It could be, okay, shooting, shot noise, who knows, whatever. And that other dog is just going to be on a little slower learning curve, but it's just going to be all the way through the whole process.
Makes sense.
It's going to be uniform. So, I mean, there's, in the field trial game, there's a ton of guys that they've gotten into this real weird, super intensive e-collar stuff. And the sad part about it is, and I was talking to a guy that's been in the game longer than I've been in the game a couple days ago. We both said the same thing about the guy. His dogs are not having any fun. I mean, those dogs, their tails are right down up against their nuts when they're in the gallery and coming to the line. There is no happy wagging, what a Spaniel's supposed to be. Because they're so in fear of the pressure of the collar. And he does this funky, his dogs just aren't natural. They're very mechanical. They're well trained, but they're very mechanical.
Okay.
Because of his training style. If you do things right, you shouldn't be a whole lot of fixing involved. This whole program, what we're doing here, is all based on natural qualities of the dog. To see a Marvel come out, go out like this, raise her head, and go in and smell the bird, that's what it's all about. That's the genetics at work. Your job as a trainer should be just kind of harness that.
Okay.
Understand what's going on, harness it, and put parameters on what you allow, where you allow her to do that. That's what dog training is.